Everything all right?
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever. I can take you to an...
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. You'll end up with
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
You betrayed us!
Get on with it!
Stand back. Interrupting an execution is a serious crime.
Traitor!
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Boo!
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Some gate guard you were! Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
I expected more.
Yes?
He died.
So exciting when new folk come
Yes?
into town. I bet you've had plenty of adventures.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry. Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest. Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy. Dressed like that. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Ah, a fellow latecomer to Ellenwyn's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any...
Welcome. Your invitation, please.
There's not enough drinking in the world.
Thank you, sir.
You
Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my thumb.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are? Have you? All good, I trust. But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arinthia
Of course.
Red?
I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day. Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around? My friend, and none of the waiters will... Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
What can I get? Here you go, sir. Is there anything else I can get for you? Until next time.
Drink. What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here? Ah! If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not... Wonderful! I can begin to repay your... Is that all? Stand back and behold my handiwork. Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast.
Let's go, before anyone notices us.
I speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although...
Let me do the talking.
We're already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Someone bring me a drink, quick!
Who comes, Malborn? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Zabani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw it. Stop. Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed.
Did
Good
you
luck.
see those robes
You're on
marching
your
this
own now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the... Dragon attack.
Boost!
No more!
Boost! Ruda!
but a dog, and I am your master! Wish to defeat me? Impossible! That's the best you can do? Lord Beast, both your life and lands are now forfeit.
Time for you humans to learn your place. I'll let you live this time.
But I need that money. I earned it. I have my own expenses, you know.
Silence! Do not presume, Giselle.
It's nothing. No more! I yield! I yield!
I'll end your miserable life!
Force Ruda!
God, no! Human, your time is at its end. Fear the Tholmor! Boost! Yeah! Yeah! That your best? Huh? Ah!
I told you. I don't know anything else about it. What? Who? Yeah, sure. Come on, this way. I've seen... No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out. I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out. I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help. They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from listening to them talk when they thought I was out. I've seen a guy in Riften who they seem to think is him. Not much to go on. I don't even know where he lives or his name, but they seem pretty excited about it. That's it. Now, let's get out of here. Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
Never.
Is someone
Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it.
Is yours, I submit!
I'm getting out of here.
Never
Force Roda! Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it. Force Roda!
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Ironic, right? The old enemies assumed that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons if anybody does. Do they know where he is? Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means. Do you need something?
Need a ride? I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You'd best hurry it up. If you've never been to Riften, be sure to visit the Blackbriar Meadery. A few mugs of that, and you'll forget all...
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? I think you'd be a little smarter than that. All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate. The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
I had another run-in with the Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves' Guild has Maven Blackbriar.
I don't know you. You in Riften looking for trouble?
Fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
You're the only good thing that's happened to this city.
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves' Guild watching their back. So keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Only way you could have found one of those is by stealing it. Guess you'll fit in around here better than I thought. So what do you want to know? Do I look like a merchant to you? You're gonna have to take that up with Vex in the Thieves' Guild. Get in good with them and you'll find her. Be seeing you around.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
Sure. Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, eh, lad? Ah, expecting free information, eh? Help me deal with business first, then we'll see how I can help you. Besides, you look like your pockets are a little light on coin. Am I right? Passing on a golden opportunity is worse. I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under a stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started.
All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint.
Good. Wait until I start the distraction. Then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands...
Visiting Riften? All are welcome at the Temple of Mara.
This way, everyone. Over here. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room.
Come on, Brynjolf.
Pleased to meet you. I'm a priestess at the Temple of Mara.
This is
Don't
a rare
even think about
opportunity,
it.
and I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence. And it turned out to be crushed root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing.
Lads and lasses, I give you Falma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the Snow Elves?
The one and only. Mystical beings who live in legends and were masters of great magic. Imagine the power that coursed through their veins.
How did you get that then? No one's seen them in years.
My sources must remain as
The problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It's time to face the Jarl's justice.
What a waste of time. Damn.
I had another run-in with a thief's guild.
I don't know you. You and Riften. Yeah? Well, last thing the Blackbriars needed. The Blackbriars. Me? I'm Maul. Only way you. So what do you want to know?
They represent the
Hey, you! Get over
I'm
here!
really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
What did you want?
I know I think that's happened, but how was I sure the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans.
What's the hurry?
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, eh, lad? Ah. Besides, you look passing on a golden opportunity. I've got a bit, and in my line of work, simple. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without... There's someone... Now, you tell me when you're ready? Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention.
Go away, if you know what's good for you.
No shoving. Plenty of room.
Come on, Brynjolf.
Is it this time? Patience, Branche. This is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't want... you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence. And it turned out to be crushed root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing.
Well, I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a
Looks
waste
like I
of
chose
time.
the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch.
Vegetables as crisp
Nah,
as winter's morning.
my organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it. All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes. All right, I'll entertain you a bit more. Yeah, I bet I know your guy. He's hiding out in the Ratway Warrens, Paying us good coin for nobody to know about it.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian.
The walls have ears, and you're being tested, lad. We'll talk in the Ragged Flagon.
Please.
Come back when you go.
Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask.
Play
Is
stupid.
that so
I said turn out your pockets. Now.
I'm telling you, I don't... Wait, what's this ring? This isn't mine.
Huh? I knew it. Boost! Enough of this! It's nothing!
Die, you son of a...
What was that? Time to end this little game. Son of a... Give it up, Brynjolf.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest
We've
clay.
all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding
I assumed you were here to see me about your face. To have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face?
What do you call that, then?
Mm-hmm. If you're looking for conversation, the Flagon isn't the place.
You need advice? Talk to Brynjolf.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be here when you're done.
I think Brynjolf give you all the information you need.
What was that? Is someone there? There's the Blades agent. Kill him!
Force Rudder!
Ah! Damn you!
Almost memory is long.
Soon all Nords will be thralls to the Thalmor.
I'm gonna eat well tonight, my darling.
Force Rudder!
I yield. Death is highly overrated. Ah! Oh!
Go away! What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, how reassuring. Most likely you're with the Thalmor, and this is just a trick to get me to open the door, huh? Ah, indeed. Indeed. I do remember. Delphine really is alive, then? You'd better come in, then, and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment. This one always sticks. There we go. Only a couple more. There we are. Come in, come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago. Yes, so you said. But so what? The end is upon us. I may as well die here as anywhere else. I'm tired of running. Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach. Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. Oh, yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Aldrin has returned. Only a dragonborn can stop him. But no dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Aldrin the World Eater. What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. But give me just a moment. I must gather things. I'll need... no, useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annual? One moment. I know time is of the essence. Mustn't leave sick. For the Thalmor. There's one more. Must bring, Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
Better this one than me.
What? Someone will suffer for this injustice. Someone there.
Who's there?
There's the Blades agent. Kill him!
Force come!
Do your work!
See you burn!
Too easy. That's it? That's your best?
There's the Blades agent. Kill him.
I'm getting too old for this.
Have anything for us yet?
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
What was that? Is someone there? And now you pay for meddling in the Thalmor's affairs. You should not have meddled in the Thalmor's affairs. The Thalmor's memories. Where are you? There you are. Esbern cannot elude us, fool. Now you pay for meddling in the Thalmor's affairs.
That's the end of that.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Jewelry, legendary Argonian craft. Friendship.
By the gods.
Everyone, inside, now!
I'm getting out of here.
Please, someone do something!
Why are they hurting each other?
This what you want, huh? Shouldn't leave around to trip over. Huh? Burn the blades!
Please, someone do something! It's like the ancient legends. Dragonborn.
It can't be. You took its very soul.
Yes? Got any ale or mead?
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing. I'll show you what I know.
It may be dead now, but where did it come from?
Maybe dead now.
Delphine. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way. Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh, yes, Dragonbow. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate... Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what...
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Come, let me show you. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh! This is where they built Aldrin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy, in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Aldrin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Aldrin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I have found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern.
Oh, what happened?
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead. You're kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you? Need something?
Ah, dead body! Ah, dead body!
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Lead on to Skyhaven Temple.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't believe a word of it, though.
What happened to you, Pavel?
The Forsworn have taken Kolskager Mine. We're the only ones left.
Gods. You two head inside and get some rest. I'll send word to the Jarl. friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of Hunting Brew mead with me. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Come and face the Forsworn.
Is someone there?
Over here!
Who's there?
Did you hear that? I was... getting warmed up. This looks promising.
Yes, definitely early Akaviri stonework here.
We've got to get bridge down. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king and warrior. And of course, the symbol for Dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
We must be getting close. We should proceed cautiously.
We'd best be careful in here. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
Wonderful. Remarkably well preserved, too. Ah, here's the Blood Seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn.
If
Look
you
here.
need help drawing
You see how
some
the
blood,
ancient blades revered
let me
even
know.
Cyrodiil? This whole place appears to be a shrine to Riemann. The end of the invasion of mysterious
Coming to
circumstances.
life. You did it. Here's the entrance. After you, Dragonborn. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in Skyrim Temple.
There's no telling what we might find inside. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against the Dragon Cult. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the wall. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord tongues, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Ah, patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh, yes. Presumably something rather specific to dragons. Or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his turn.
So we're looking for a shout, then. Damn it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains. Those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragon Bones. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive longsword.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
Lostovakin, Strundul, Rockventinvak, Bardonax.
Dragonborn, wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax. Follow me. I will... path to Parthenax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Look. Va. Cor.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mist.
Look! Baka!
Drem Yolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? Yes, Vaza. You speak true, Dovahkiin. Forgive me. It has been long since I held Tinvak with a stranger. I gave in to the temptation to prolong our speech. Evenar Balok, there are many hungers it is better to deny than to feed. Drechni Nakib, discipline against the lesser aids in Kachnar, denial of the greater. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova. Yo! Ah, yes. Sosedo Vlostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Yes, they are very protective of me, Bachlan Fadon. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum? Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin? True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Des, of fate? And so perhaps your destiny will be fulfilled. Who can say? Des Motmahus, even to the dove who ride the currents of time, destiny is elusive. Alduin believes that he will prevail, with good reason. Rakmul. And he is no fool, ni me. Rinnik Gutnol, far from it. He began as the wisest and most far-seeing of us all. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World? True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated. Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it. Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovasos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Sum Ark Mora. Dremyolok, greetings.
So, you spoke to Parthenax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek. Sky above, voice with...
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of... What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy? You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about? Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. All right, then. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
What you learn here... It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted.
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex. Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them, or so they think. The ones they saw, the ones they thought they saw. I know of one, forgotten, sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp. Here, well, here as in this plain, Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby. One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return. You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept. Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mazark. Oftand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock. Two things I have for you, two shapes, one edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know. Dig, Dwemer, in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths. When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex.